Nebraska game last year. I don't think I've seen you so emotional after a game-winning field goal. Just why was this one especially emotional for you?
I mean, you know, man, I'm a senior. That's the last time I ever played in Kinnick. And, I mean, believe it or not, I have missed one of those before. I'll go back to high school, my senior game in high school. Last time I ever played in my high school stadium, I missed a game-tying field goal. And I put a lot of blame on me that we lost that game because of me. And so I just immediately went back to that moment, and I'm just very grateful that I got to, I guess, do it, make it right, you know.
Was that really going through your head when you were walking out there, thinking about that kick from high school?
No, that was more post after I hit it. I mean, but it hit me because, I mean, the feeling is very similar in a lot of ways, except it's just exaggerated at this level, you know. I mean, because you can hear, like, the 70,000 screaming, you know. No.
You can say 70,000 screaming. I saw a lot of people leaving this game when you guys were down 10 in the fourth quarter. What do you got to say to some of the fans who took off there with you guys down?
You know, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about them. You know, I'm locked into the game. I'm not really paying attention to what everybody else is doing, you know, because, I mean, there's no room for it. The mental focus required to be successful at this level, you really can't.
Did you black out again when you went out there to kick it?
I mean, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Is maybe not as long of a period of blackout. Maybe instead of multiple moments, it's just a moment, you know. I mean, maybe it comes with old age and being there before. You know, I've hit a few other game winners since being here. So, I mean, you get used to moments eventually, you know. But, I mean, yeah, a little bit.
To get bear hugged by your team like that after you made the kick, what was that like? And, you know, there's obviously a lot of emotions tied to this game. So how emotional was that moment for you?
I mean, it was really emotional. I told you that's where my mind went. I went right back to senior night. I've been in that opportunity before, and I did not deliver, which is why I almost knew, like, there's absolutely zero chance. Like, this is not going through those uprights. Like, there's no way. And then, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's why I was so emotional. And then, I mean, obviously, like, that's mentally, and then physically when you just put, like, the raw emotion of everybody else there too, it's special.
It doesn't mentally matter to you at all when they iced you and you missed it. Mm-hmm. Does that, I mean, at least just feel like a practice, or were you even trying your hardest on that kick?
I mean, I was trying. Like, we're coached to kick it for, like, weather details, you know, in case there's something or data-wise that you maybe didn't know. I mean, it's just good to get the data and get the rep. I mean, things just happen, you know. Like, I'm human. I wouldn't change how I mentally felt behind the ball, you know, before I went and kicked it. It just, I mean, it went over the upright. So, I mean, it was close. It's not like I missed it by a ton.
What happens with you in the moments between a timeout to ice you and when you kick the ball?
Well, me specifically, I mean, I know every kicker is different. They probably have their own ways, but I was coached to garden. That's what we call it. It's basically, it just keeps your mind focused on a single simple thing that you can always do. And I mean, gardening is basically you walk around the spot where you're going to kick it, and you just kind of like make the ground look good. Like, you just like make it appealing to want to go out there. Like, maybe there's like a little piece of trash or something in front of the spot. You like move it out the way, you know. I mean, you got to fill it with something, because you don't want to sit back there and like let your mind wander, because in a moment like that, it would wander to probably, like, you know, the worst places.
So you mentioned your high school senior night. Just how much did that drive you to be a better kicker throughout your collegiate career, and especially in moments like these where you can redeem yourself?
You know, I mean, I feel like it almost goes back to just how I was raised. I mean, in my family, my parents would not let me quit. Like, it was not on the table. It was not an option. Like, if you messed up, you had to go make it right. And so, I mean, I feel like it's just been ingrained in me from how I was raised to be ready for moments like that.
At the end of the day, was it joy or relief that you felt when that kick went through?
Joy. Yeah, joy.
I remember asking you before.
Freshman self about this moment.
What would I tell my freshman self about this moment? Dang, you give me a deep question. Shoot. I don't know. I'd tell him not change a thing, honestly. I wouldn't have it any other way. So.
I remember asking you before the season to kind of rank your favorite kicks, your game winners, you know, the Nebraska game, the Northwestern game. Does this game shoot to the top of the list of your favorite game winners?
It's got to be up there. It's got to be close. I mean, the story behind the Nebraska one last year is really good. But I mean, for that to be my last kick in Kinnick Stadium, I mean that's really tough to beat. So it's probably up.
How does it feel to lift up your team when you were down going into the fourth quarter like that?
You know, I mean, I think that speaks volumes to what kind of team we are, you know. Everybody has to play their part in Hawkeye football in order to be successful. And I feel like tonight we just found a way. That's just what we do.
To have a number of
Last question.
seniors participate in this win along with yourself throughout this game, what did it mean for so many of them to be involved in this win?
I mean, that's what you dream of, you know. Like it's just, I don't know, it's special. I don't have a lot to say, you know. I mean, I'm kind of speechless, which is very rare, as some people would say. But I mean, it really is. I mean, it's kind of a storybook ending a little bit. I mean, everybody who has put in so much work. I mean, it's a hard race to run to go from a freshman all the way to your senior year. You know, a lot of guys don't make it that far. So, I mean, it's special.
Oh yeah, I was pretty happy. So like it kind of angered me when they started doing the QB quick kick, but thankfully they gave me a couple more after that.
You've now got the most return touchdowns of any Hawkeye in program history. That's Tim Dwight, a guy who I know you were compared to by LeVar Woods coming in. Just what's that mean to take that kind of place in Hawkeye history?
It's pretty surreal, and like you said, Tim, I mean, he's one of the legends here, and I told you guys a couple weeks ago I talked to Tim pretty frequently, and it's just pretty cool to beat his record, and I mean, he's been egging me on the whole time. He's been proud of me. I know he's proud of me, and just been awesome to have a guy like that kind of behind you.
Have you heard from him at this point?
He texted me before the game today, telling me to go break it. So I'm sure I haven't checked yet, but I'm sure he texted back.
Does it make it even more special for you, Kaden, because you grew up not in Iowa City, but right outside of Iowa City in Williamsburg?
Yeah,
you're a hometown boy, basically. Does that even make it even more special for you?
Yeah, and I got a bunch of family members that came to this game, and I mean hometown people everywhere. It's just awesome to know that they're watching and I do it all for them. So it's pretty cool to have a community like that behind you.
Michigan State coach said that he wanted to challenge you at the beginning, and he accepted that challenge. And then later on, he didn't want to, and then he still, punter didn't quite hit his mark on the last one. Were you excited knowing that you were going up against a guy who was #1 in the country in depth of punt?
Yes, we knew it'd be a challenge all week. I mean, like you said, he was the best in the country, and I told you guys that we're the best return unit in the country, and so kind of like the Oregon game, kind of going up against each other, just an awesome challenge, and we always take it head on, and we did pretty good today, and I mean everybody blocking their butts off for me, and it's just credit goes out to them.
This may seem like a ridiculous question, but are you thinking the second you catch a punt, or is it more instinct and what you taught yourself to do?
It's more instinctive now. I was thinking probably a little too much my first couple years returning. I mean, just even in high school and even football. But I just kind of learned. I mean, it just comes over time as well, and it comes from experience. And yeah, it's more just instinctive.
When your offense is struggling to move the ball and you know they're relying on you to get a good start to the drive, how do you handle that pressure?
I don't really put pressure on myself, and I know the unit, we're always ready to take on the challenge, and I mean, even if the offense isn't doing their part, and I mean, you saw today we weren't firing all cylinders right away, but we came together to the end of the game, and I mean, that's football. You're not always going to have perfect plays right away, and we always talk that it's an imperfect game, and just to know that our special teams units can get us into good position, and I mean, it even gets them going, and it gets everybody else fired up. So we can just be the spark, and you saw at the end they came together, and I mean, we put everything together, and Drew finished it out for us, so that was pretty cool to see.
Kaden, how would you say that LeVar has helped you in your development here?
He's been a huge help. We watched a bunch of film right when I came in here. He was showing me Tim Dwight and whatnot, like who we thought I compared to, and I mean, he was kind of emphasizing this week to try to get north and south instead of east and west on the field, and did that on the touchdown run. So it just shows you how great of a coach he is, and just the advice he gives every day is awesome and super helpful.
Did anyone give you a hard time when you got taken out by the punter on the first one, and how big was it to get the touchdown on the next one?
A couple guys gave me crap, so that kind of ticked me off. So it was pretty cool to get the touchdown after that. But yeah, there's always guys.
Not only is it senior day, but to be able to bounce back after a moment like you had against USC, just like, what does this mean to you?
It just shows you what kind of team we are, and
Found it again. Suit jacket.
But it just shows you what kind of team we are and the response we have. And I had complete faith that this team would do the right things this week and put it all together to win, and that's what we did tonight.
A lot of seniors today making plays. This program seems to turn out seniors, that produce. I guess what is it about this program? You went through all the development yourself. What is it about this program where the seniors are able in their senior year just kind of take off?
It's just such a developmental program, like you said, and I mean it takes years and maturity and experience to get to the point, but they have complete trust and faith in you once you get older, and once it's really just trust in the first place, but once you gain trust, these guys are right behind you, and that's why you see most of the older guys kind of step forward. I mean, we have young guys as well. I mean, you saw Reece make a huge catch that put us in scoring position tonight to win the game. So it's not always just older guys, but it's just awesome to see the developmental program and what they do.
What was this little interaction about right here between
It was the general word from last year. So
the program and so
yeah. So hopefully you get it again.
Lucky Charms?
Yeah, they told me nobody's ever won it twice, so I told them, all right. So that's a little chip on the shoulder.
It's almost impossible for a skilled position player to completely call their shot on a big night like this. Like Kaden Clark pretty much did. But in your case, senior day, have a chance to pass Tim Dwight. He did it on his senior day, return the kick. I mean, what's it like for you to actually be able to go out there, have that expectation, know everybody in the place is looking for you to do this, and then still come through?
That was pretty awesome, and I was hearing stuff all week about that, and I actually heard like you said, the Tim scoring on his senior day, so thought it'd be pretty cool to do that as well, and thankfully it ended up happening. But that doesn't happen without the group that we have in the unit and just them having confidence in me.
I don't think it's a secret that you feel like you should take everyone to the house. When you get tackled by the punter at the last second, there's a little bit of frustration, I guess. How are you able to channel that frustration, and then one or two punts later, you're right in the same back position, except maybe this time you actually break it off? I mean, have you been able to channel that frustration into productivity?
Yeah, just kind of having the next play mentality, and the coaches have helped me out with that throughout my career here, and it just like I said, just the next play mentality, even if it's a good or bad play, just kind of moving on to the next.
Tom, last question.
When they were doing the quarterback punt things, was there any discussion about you just running out there?
Not yet. I told somebody, I was like, I'll go play safety and then go back there. But no, we really didn't talk. I mean, I didn't think they were going to do it that much, and they ended up doing it. So, but hopefully for the future, that could be something if they do it.
Done.
Lord, how do you keep doing this?
I think it's just a lot of reps and, just continually having belief in all the teammates and continuing preaching that to all of them throughout the game. And even when we're down and late in the game, and continuing to talk to them, knowing that I believe in them and that they need to continue to just trust what we're doing, and eventually it's going to go through.
We saw a couple hundred fans probably leaving the game. You guys were down there double digits in the fourth quarter. Any message to those folks that walked out of the stadium?
You missed a good one to end. You missed a really good one, especially on senior day for all those seniors. It was great to get a win for all of them.
What was your reaction to that kick by Wetjen to end it, and then just the bear hug after?
Well, are you talking about just the punt there at the end too?
Yes.
To them? Yeah. Well, Wetjen is an awesome player for us. He's been making plays almost every single game, and for him to get us into that territory right away and to set up that first there, I guess the touchdown to tie it there. If you're kicking it to him, you got problems probably. You're gonna have problems on your hands. He did great all day on that side of things, and for us in that fourth quarter drive, I guess to kind of keep the 2-minute drill to get down into field goal range and give Drew an opportunity. That's all we could ask for, and he ended up punching it through.
Mark, I guess for you, time and time again, fourth quarter you guys did against Penn State. You had the touchdown against Oregon. You come back from this and probably weren't happy with your performance through the first 3 quarters, I guess. How do you keep doing it in the fourth quarter, and how do you just kind of psychologically stay in the moment and kind of keep that belief? Is that just from experience? Is that from leadership, or just kind of walk me through that?
I think it's a little bit of kind of a mix of everything you kind of just said. It's a little bit of the leadership. It's a little bit of how we've done it before, that kind of mindset, because we kind of keep preaching to those guys that we have done this before. We can come back from this. It's not like it's impossible. And I know that sometimes on past teams I've been told is that this felt impossible to even just come back from a 10-point deficit late in the fourth quarter. So just continuing to preach that into those guys. And then the other thing is, we didn't play great in the first 3 quarters. The defense did a great job of kind of mixing things up. They had some great They were playing great in the pass game. They were guarding our receivers really well. But you got to continue to stay in the present moment the entire time. No matter what happened in the past, you can't think about the future. You got to stay with your process. You can't think about the results. We keep telling our guys, one play at a time, stay in the present moment, and eventually it'll go through. And that's what happened in the fourth quarter. We just continued to go one play at a time, go 1-0 each play, and we just finished.
Mark, for the first 3 quarters, I mean, it was like a different game. Do you feel a switch flip in your mind in the fourth quarter, or can you just share with us what happened from third to fourth quarter?
Yeah, and again, I'm not happy about how the way we performed. I think they did a great job of again mixing things up. They were playing really, really hard, and that's the best football they've been playing recently. If you look at their last 2 games and continuing this one, their defense has been playing really, really well. But when it gets to that fourth quarter, it's kind of do or die time. Your backs are against the wall. It's whether you're just going to keep taking them or you're going to fight back at that point. And I'm just kind of telling our guys again, just have the belief, and we fought back and we were able to finish it.
Were you nervous before the kick?
No, I mean, when he missed the first one, I kind of got a little nervous. I was always with Drew. He does a great job in practice. He's always making field goals all the time. I mean, he's made the most field goals in Iowa history, I believe. But when he missed that first one, I got a little bit nervous. But at least we were tied games, so no matter what, we were going to overtime. And I was just really happy that he was able to finish it and put that one in.
And with 41 seconds left, what was the mindset, and how big was that first pass to Gronowski to kind of get you rolling there?
Yeah, it was huge, and we kind of knew at that point what they were kind of giving us in that 2-minute drill. They run a lot of cover 2 in that time, and we had the Mike end up running out. He has turned away from Vanami and just gave him an opportunity there, and then they made a mistake pressing Reece Vander Zee at the end there, and they haven't really done that all game. Gave us an opportunity, and he made a great play there. So, I mean, it was, again, just at that point, if you get one-on-one opportunities, you got to give your playmakers an opportunity, and that's what we did there. We were able to get us into good field goal range for Drew, and we were able to finish it that way. And with his leg, we knew that we just had to get it to almost the 40-yard line, and we ended up doing more than that, which was great to see. But it's great when you only have that much space or you have that much yards to get, because you have such a great kicker and you can believe in a guy like that.
Reece said that they kind of threw different defensive schemes at you guys than what you had seen on tape. So how long did it kind of take to figure out those defensive schemes?
Yeah, I mean, that first drive, we had a couple rollout plays that they were kind of locking up every single route on those plays. They ended up having to just kind of throw some of those away, kind of live to fight another day. And they were continuing to almost not guess, but a lot of our run plays, they're kind of moving the corners, or not moving the corners, but moving the safeties, blitzing into certain things, and we were trying to move the runs, but they ended up just playing really hard and getting to the running back quickly. So I mean, again, it kind of took that to that fourth quarter, and we kind of just started throwing the ball a little bit more, taking some more shots, taking some more opportunities downfield, and it ended up working out in in that way.
On the pass to Reece, you said they pressed him. Did you see that pre-snap, and were you pretty confident that was going to be open?
Yeah, it was kind of it's technically an option route. He has 2 options on that. He can either sit it or he can keep it on the go. I ended up just kind of telling him on that one that he's going to end up running a go if they ever press him on that. And if you ever get one-on-one opportunity with Reece Vander Zee, he makes plays left and right all the time in practice, and I'm just glad to see him come down with one in the game. No, you're good.
How did you avoid maybe having your confidence wane because through 3 quarters you weren't having the best game as a passer, but yeah, you were able to push through it in the fourth quarter?
And I think, again, it's just the amount of reps and time that I've put into this. I put a lot of, hours and days into football. I've played a lot of football games in my life, and kind of knowing that I can do it. I've done it before. I've thrown for 300 yards in games before. It doesn't matter at what point you're at in that. I think we were at 30 yards heading into the fourth quarter. We were able to finish, I think, with 120 yards in the fourth quarter. I think we did a great job, and just continuing to believe in ourselves, and me just continuing to have belief in myself, and knowing that I just got to get that out of me. I just got to bring back the confidence from, young Mark, and I did in that fourth quarter, and we were able to keep going.
Mark, you have the first half against USC is obviously really good. The second half isn't. First 3 quarters today, and then the fourth quarter. What do you feel like? What is it going to take to kind of get that consistency up with what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the main question. And see, like a lot of games, I feel like, I mean, you can kind of look back at the Oregon game, you look back at the Indiana game, we had a slow start, but we were able to finish well in the fourth quarter. And I think that's kind of the thing. We only got one game left and maybe a bowl game after. I guess we got a bowl game after that. But continuing to find that level of consistency is the thing that we've been trying to do, continue to have it throughout the entire game. And, you know, it kind of starts with me just kind of getting the things going, getting our rhythm going. You know, I got to kind of have to go back and learn from these opportunities or these games and talk to coach about what I like, what we need to continue to keep working on. And, you know, I guess that's the $1 million question, because every team's trying to strive for that consistency. And I think we do a great job in practice of having a standard and having a way that we practice every single day, but it just hasn't come to fruition on the field.
Last game at Kinnick, you know, what's your favorite Kinnick moment from your time here, and where does this one rank and why?
Oh, man, it's been a lot of fun playing in Kinnick. It's been a lot of fun playing for these fans. You know, my parents have been to every single game. I love all their support. But, you know, there's been a lot of moments that have been a lot of fun here in Kinnick. And, I mean, I can look back at either that Penn State one, the Penn State 67-yard run. It was a great run there, and we ended up winning that game, having a comeback win there. It was a lot of fun. And, I mean, even that Oregon game, I know we ended up with a loss there, but I think that might have been one of the top 3 moments of just pure excitement when we scored with a minute left in that game. And it's just been a lot of fun, and I got to thank all the fans for continuously having supporting us. And even though, like today, it looked ugly at most times, but just continuing to have belief in us and that we'll get things done.
Was Coach Ferentz pretty emotional?
Yeah, and it's just cool to see how much passion he has for football and how much passion he has for us. And I mean, when he says that he loves his players, he truly does love his players. He loves his coaches, and he's been emotional almost after every single win, just because of how much he cares and how much he puts into this program. And I mean, he's been doing this thing for a long time, and I know that it's not coming to an end this year for him, but I'm sure he can kind of see that it's coming to an end at some point, and he's just trying to enjoy all these moments, and he's been having a lot of fun doing it, I know.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Swing to this game. I mean, you guys did not look good for 3.5 quarters, frankly, but you guys pull off. And then just tell me about being in the game like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team win. It's a team win at first and foremost. We fought, we battled, came back, and I think that really like is the epitome of our team. Like we're gonna fight, we're gonna go out there, and we're gonna go try to come back. So as the first half didn't really go as planned. They kind of threw a lot of stuff at us. Credit to Michigan State, they played their tails off, and yeah, it was a great game.
Reece, you have a short week this week. How do you parlay the momentum obviously at Chetty at the end of this game into a short week and going into Nebraska on Friday?
Yeah, I think we do well with short weeks. We got a good schedule, so we'll get rested up tonight and go back at it tomorrow. So.
What was the call on that reception like for you?
What was it?
The call on the reception there.
Let's go win. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to go make a play. Really trust Mark. Really appreciate Mark for trusting me to go make a play, and glory to God for allowing me to be out there. It's really cool.
Was that designed for you?
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
We'll talk about the fact you guys trailing by 10, and you know the defense had to make those stops, give the offense a chance.
Yeah. No, we had to execute late in the game, and we kind of struggled with that throughout this past season, but we were able to pull it together and play together, and I think that was the biggest thing.
I know you stepped out as a senior today, and talk about that. I mean, your emotions and everything.
Yeah. My mom, she had mentioned it to me if I was going to walk out, I think maybe like a month or two ago. And I wasn't really sure, but I said, I definitely should. I just really wanted to celebrate her. She sacrificed just so much for me to get here, whether it's driving me to practices, picking up extra shifts, staying late at work, and I'm just eternally grateful for her. So I'm just happy that I was able to, show the fans, how amazing my parents are and how appreciative I am of them.
Be able to finish up at Kinnick, for the seniors like this. What's that like?
No, it's surreal. I remember it feels like yesterday when I had my OV with X at the Iowa River Power Restaurant, and that just feels like yesterday, and I can't believe, we all stuck together, and now we're just playing at a high level, and I'm just appreciative of them. And these are just memories I can't wait to tell my kids about.
What kind of player are you when the last kick is going up? Are you the kind of guy who's watching it happen? Do you turn your back, cover your eyes, watch for a reaction? What are you doing?
No, I had to. you know, I got a superstition. At least I got to stand up and watch it. And I just stood up and watched it. And I don't know. I knew Drew was going to kick it in. He drills him all the time in practice. So, you know, it was routine for him.
It seemed like the senior class today was the ones who really stepped up. You know, Wetjen, Mark. What is it about the senior class that kind of led you guys in this game?
Yeah, I just think that, you know, we're just so close and so tight knit. I think it all started in bowl prep, and then it carried over to spring ball. And you know, like brothers, we used to get in fights all the time. But I think that's just really what made this team so close. And you know, I think I can speak for every single guy on this team. You know, we'll go to battle for any one of each other.
It seemed like every time I looked up, you were making a tackle.
Yeah, I'm just out there doing my job, trying to make plays.
Well, how did you feel coming out senior day? I covered your dad, Lincoln, when he was at UNI, man.
Yeah.
So how did you feel coming out of that tunnel for the last time?
Yeah, it was surreal, man. I was very emotional. You know, it happened so fast. 5 years goes by just like that. So, you know, to have one last time in Kinnick, you know, it's special. And
What does this place mean to you? What does it mean to you?
It's home for me. You know, I've been here 5 years, the whole ride, and I've enjoyed every step of it. So, I think we made good plays today, and we're able to get the win and end right in Kinnick.
And you believed even at the end when you guys were down by 10 that you would pull it out?
Yeah, you always got to believe. You got to have that confidence in yourself that you're going to do your job, and make plays when it's time.
How special is it for your senior night kind of end like this in this fashion, walk-off field goal? How special is that?
Oh, it's crazy. You know, you couldn't write it up any better. Like, you know, defense made plays when we needed to. Offense stepped up and did a good job and put us in the position to make that play. So I think as a whole team, you know, we worked hard together, just didn't give up, and it kept working hard and got the job done.
This is maybe the best we've seen Karson Sharar look out there. Do you feel like you were saving your best for your senior day, or did you feel like a little extra emotion today?
I was definitely very emotional at the beginning, but, you know, I was just out there trying to play hard. You know, I'd give my all every play. So I think just giving that and doing your job, having my eyes right, just puts me in position to execute and make some plays.
You had to have 3 and outs on those last 2 series. I mean, there was no two ways about it. What was it like out there during those 2 series?
Yeah, you know, those are big moments. We're bringing some pressure to the quarterback, trying to disrupt them, trying to get them off schedule. So I think just being able to go out there, execute the call, and know what you have to do is the biggest thing, just having confidence.